I leave after going. Let's begin. This story happened later on. That baby bird was tiny. We decided to build a nest. It was clear that if we decided that when it hits destiny. Now, I stick to the original or building. I eagerly await. Interesting. From what I've observed, even if they shy as for the choice you made. This story happened, it was during that period. He was a dream chaser. He told me he had a plan in place after hearing the dream chasing. I'll tell you the outcome. Will you do as I did, or will you remain? I look forward to everyone. I'm honored to first. Now then, he told me the reason in the end. As to your choice in the story this time. This story, what surprised me was the letter contained. Do you know my sister? To help you from what the letter. Correct. A stray. A war has. She hoped to eat. Is she all right? If the operation by the eon above. Those. Now you understand.
How could this happen?
It's all in the past. Likewise. Because this is me. Would you still support Robin's journey?
I often feel like I've dreamt their confusion. If with each trail.
Miss Robin's courage is admired, but the fact that she is also Mr. Sunday's younger sister. I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is.
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise. I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way. How sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but
So what is your definition of?
Good question. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis, that is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the... Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility. And it is only on these days that people do not have to. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession. And thus, every person, there would be no need to bear the heart. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome.
It sounds... But...
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for why, but this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly...
I admit that you are a born leader. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making the want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak, perhaps in your mind, you all... Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally... We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before.
What is this?
Does this place ring in...
I don't...
It's the realm within a dream bubble. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sale, so I thought you might...
I don't...
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you...
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But... Exactly. This is where you and Fire... The question now, we're drawing closer to the...
All right, but there are...
I guess... maybe... I'm not entirely sure, but... Let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door?
Weird. If I remember correctly, there's... And the... Hold on.
This could be a case of since this place seems...
Yeah. Then...
Mikhail, that's the name. So, who is
I'm sorry. I don't...
Anything special?
Mikhail?
Grandpa?
But we haven't heard... Could you tell us more about...
Yeah, sure. He didn't want me to call him every time he came.
It appears that the sea... So, where is your grandpa?
He went off on a new journey. So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? Tick-tock. Tick-tock. I heard some noise.
You and
Yeah, they follow Miss Mirror.
Sailor?
Could you tell us more about the compass?
The Compass is a ship bound for the new...
That's a great story.
Huh? Weird.
Perhaps clock.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water was every time I...
Have you recalled anything?
Yeah. He often said that...
Ian? Hey, don't tease!
Perhaps every adventurer far from home.
Yeah. Well, back then...
It seems this
Yeah.
But this raises more. Could this be...
I'm sorry. Perhaps I'll... I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No. We should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room.
The atmosphere.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, here you...
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. He described our world to ensure that everyone on that day. I asked him if I could go.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He said that
A train?
it's the... Then, he said, the distant sound of a train.
Exactly, Misha!
Yeah.
This is the dream jigs.
Do you remember?
Hey,
Looks like we're just one.
This is it. While I've spent my here,
So,
yes, this dream.
wait. Why does it feel like...
Marge, do you remember what?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him.
Looks like everyone on the astral...
The answer lies in the Astral Express. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, a mimetic life.
But Misha can see Clocky too.
That's the key to. Have you ever seen?
Wait.
That's the answer. I should have stayed.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is... And the whistle you...
That's one way to see. How about we start with your.
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere's. Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, me. If you prefer, you...
So, you're...
Unfortunately, as for the child who has been... And this, all
At the end of the journey, I left this. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the...
Because he was born with a desire to trail. I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it. And that's why he was the one who brought our unconscious friend here.
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what but in the end, you found. If I may apologize, the step. I left my homeland as a child. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the... So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train, now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path, all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, and my hat too. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make it. Although I don't think anyone will have any.
Of course.
In that case, then let's proceed together.